One of the most inspiring sports stories in history is Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner, it was a story about how a man never gave up, ultimately solidified his dream of playing in the NFL. He went on to become a Hall of Famer and a Super Bowl champion, and he can be viewed as a true All-American hero and the epitome of never give up. He went from stocking shelves at the grocery store to playing in the NFL. So he's really breathing proof that anything is possible. So Kurt Warner, he was born June 22nd, 1971, to Sue and Gene Warner. It was in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. He battled adversity from a young age as his parents were divorced at 6, and then he went on to play high school football at Regis High School at Cedar Falls, Iowa. It was a small school, so he wasn't very highly recruited. He only had one offer, and it was to the home state school, which was Northern Iowa. There, he battled more adversity as he sat on the bench for 3 years before he actually got a job as a starter his senior year. His senior year is when he really showed that they made a mistake. He was all conference honors, and we won Player of the Year for the Gateway Conference. This led him to declare for the NFL draft, but unfortunately for him, his adversity continued as he went undrafted. But the Packers did give him a shot to try out after the 1994 draft, which he ultimately did not get the job, but he decided he wasn't going to let that stop him, never give up. After he did time stocking shelves at a grocery store, it was a Hy-Vee back at a local grocery store in his hometown of Cedar Falls, Iowa. He was making $5.50 an hour, so it wasn't barely anything. It was not even enough to keep his family up and running. He didn't want to give up though, and he wanted to get back in the game. So he knew the only way he could do that was by getting a coaching job. He was a graduate assistant then at his alma mater, which was Northern Iowa. He was only there for 1 year though, as he decided he wanted to join the Arena Football League, which was a new up-and-coming league. They actually had a team in his home city of Iowa. It was Iowa Barnstormers, which he joined and was the star of the team for the 3 years he was there. Even though Kurt described the play style of the league as, circus-like, he still dominated 3 years there. He won Player of the Year, or he won First Team All Conference twice, and even led his team to what they call, the AFL Super Bowl, the championship game. ESPN actually went on to rate him as one of the 20 best AFL players of all time, and even he did so good that the AFL coaches, were actually vowing for him to get out of the league because of how good he was. So he was they were asking NFL coaches to give him a tryout so he could get away. Ultimately, St. Louis, the Rams, were the one that gave him the offer. The offer was that he was going to get a futures contract and start playing in Europe for the Amsterdam Admirals, which was the NFL Europe's connector team to St. Louis. If he did good enough, he was going to make St. Louis. He was 27 at the time, which was almost uncalled for an NFL rookie. So he had to battle the adversity to become the first NFL rookie that was going to be 25 years older. 1999 is when he made his debut, finally, and that was after Trent Green, who was the St. Louis quarterback at the time, went down with injury. In almost Hollywood fashion, he led the Rams to a 13-3 record as a 27-year-old rookie. He won MVP that year and capped it off with the Super Bowl in his first season. He played 2 more years after that in St. Louis, where he won MVP, and then he even went to another Super Bowl. Although he didn't win the Super Bowl, he did get another shot after he battled some injuries. It was with the New York Giants. He went 4-1, battled even more adversity as they chose to start the younger quarterback over him. He was benched, didn't want to give up again, so he signed with the Arizona Cardinals. He was the backup quarterback to Matt Leinart, who was a starter. Matt Leinart got hurt which opened up a spot for Kurt to take over. Kurt took a team that wasn't supposed to do anything. He took them back to the Super Bowl, like he has done his whole career, just Cinderella moments. He played at an MVP level, and even though he didn't win that game again, he still was living proof that really anything was possible. Kurt ended up go on to be inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2017, which really, capped off his illustrious career in the NFL. And really, he can be an inspiration to all of us to really never give up and never give up on our dreams. Thank you.